Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas Pinkevičius
and Aušra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 340 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. And today we have two comments which we would like to discuss. The first was sent by Irineo, and he writes, "Nice post as usual, maestro, but I recall having seen or heard that when you use a very low fifth stop, for example 10 and 2/3, along with a 16-foot, you get the effect of a 32-foot. Trouble is that there isn't any 16 stop left over here. So I guess the only solution lays in calling the technician. Could that be caused by the bellows having ruptured or collapsed and not being able anymore to deliver the unnecessary pressure for the heavier stops? What do you think, maestros?" Irineo. And the second question was sent by John about similar things. He writes, "I frequently quint bass notes on the Subbass. No other stops drawn as it sounds unpleasant. It only works as far as I can tell from bottom C to F. After that it doesn't sound good. This idea of playing the tonic plus its fifth on the pedals goes really well with string combinations and 8 and 4-foot flutes. This gives a quasi 32-foot effect. Of course, when you're playing full organ, you can use this method as well, but probably only once at a climax or the last chord." So these two questions are related because they talk about the 32-foot effect.
True.
And in one post, Irineo sometimes uses a low fifth stop plus 16-foot to get the effect of 32-foot, and John uses just the Subbass but playing a fifth interval on the lowest notes from bottom C to F. Do you think that in liturgical organ playing it's nice to have this effect?
I think yes, because I think if you want to play pedal in fifths, definitely you would not play a repertoire music. It would be more suited for hymn playing.
And not always entire verse, but just the last few chords probably.
Yes, I think it adds a nice effect.
A cadence.
Yes, in the cadences.
Would you use it?
Well, yes, if I wouldn't have enough stops in the pedal or we wouldn't sound nice, I probably would use it. And I like how people are creative, in a way to get, a nice effect on the organ. It's very nice.
I just remember when I played organ works by Teisutis Makačinas in Armenian notebook. he had one episode with thick chords in the hands and the intervals of the fifths in the pedals in the bass range. E flat to B flat, D flat to A flat, and C to G. The last few notes of the cadence. And I didn't use 32 footsteps, but it adds gravity.
Yes, it's really nice. It's nice to have gravity, in the pedals.
Sometimes in symphonic orchestra, double basses divide and cellos also play divisi and play in fifths too.
That's very nice. What about that low fifth in the pedal? Do many organ has it, do you think? 10 and 2/3. Let's see. As Irineo says.
Let's see. When we have normally we have the lowest fifth 2 and 2/3. So that is based on the principle of 8-foot level. If it's based on 16-foot level, then it is a fifth from the 5 and 2/3, I think. Right? Sometimes it's written 6 feet.
True.
In Baroque organs, in the pedal. If it's based on the 32-foot stop, then yes, 10 and 2/3.
But so when, if you have 32-foot stop in the pedal, then you don't have, to sort of get effect of 32-foot because you already have it.
Right.
But if your organ doesn't have, 32-foot stop, then it shouldn't have that low quint.
It should only have 5 and 2/3.
And I mean not quint of fifth.
I think this is too low for normal organs.
That's what I was thinking too. Unless it's some sort of, experimental organ.
Let's see.
You can find things like this too, of course,
Let's
around
see.
the world.
10 and 2/3 feet organ stop. Where is it? Organ stop in Wikipedia. Major quint, it's called in Encyclopedia of Organ Stops. It's a pedal mutation stop. It has been made in a variety of forms, wood or metal, open or stopped. Irwin reports that it is usually of diapason tone. Audsley says that open pipes are to be desired in all cases. This stop reinforces the 32-foot harmonic series, but it often appears in a pedal division that has no 32-foot stops. When drawn with a 16-foot stop, it produces a resultant 32-foot tone.
Just as Irineo said in his letter.
So yes, there are examples. In German it's Großquintenbass, right?
Yes, I have seen it. Großquinten, that name.
And it has in Atlantic City, the great organ in Convention Hall, John Wanamaker Store, Philadelphia, Liverpool Cathedral, Royal Albert Hall in London. Monster organs, right?
Yes, so it's not, a stop that you could find every day on each organ. But I think when talking about organ in general, you always need to listen what sounds well on a particular instrument. Because I think these suggestions cannot be taken for granted. Because what works on one organ might not work at all on another one. So you always need to check right away, in the right place.
And I can read between the lines what you're saying and correct me if I'm wrong. For example, if you're playing a relatively small instrument and you're playing the fifths in the bass and trying to do this resultant bass, which would sound one octave lower, it might sound muddy because there is a reason why this organ is small in such a place, right?
True.
There is no enough reverberant acoustic, no place for the echo to spread.
Because in ideal world, and it's not always the case, in our world, when a church is built and when organ is built in it, it needs to be, sort of in a nice resonance with a room.
Mm-hmm.
So sort of organ builder has to know to calculate how the organ will sound and according to that to put a specific stop list for a particular instrument.
And intonation of the stops also then happens in the room itself.
Yes, but of course, I would see that sometimes the money is sort of, the main cost of the things, and then you just calculate how much you can afford, to put into the instrument, and it might also be designed not maybe as it should be.
Mm-hmm. But it's good that people are thinking about that, right?
True. Yes, it's very good.
Thank you guys for sending these questions. We love helping you grow, and remember, when you practice,
Miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, the sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your essays, courses, and all your help.
Robert writes, I found the fingerings, registration ideas, and general comments to be excellent.
John writes, I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you are there teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor.
Robert writes, it has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching.
Ron writes, Hi Vidas and Osha, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Osha and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward.
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas
and Osha from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.